My name is Chelsea, and this is my story. My whole journey has really been a journey of self-discovery about who I am as a woman and where my identity is. Started out very young. I think third grade are my earliest memories of insecurity, being made fun of. I was always kind of a bigger kid, and I was always made fun of for things, little things. Like I remember one time I had light-up Scooby-Doo shoes that I was made fun of for because I couldn't think of anything else. And it really hurt, it cuts deep on the inside, and I struggled a lot with things like depression, a lot of suicidal thoughts. I dealt with cutting a lot, especially when I was younger. And my parents were arguing all the time, and it was just a really rough home life. And my only escape would be school. So I got into a lot of trouble, did a lot of things I shouldn't have done. Not necessarily anything, drug or alcohol related, but just was like a misfit. I got in a lot of trouble. In high school, we like snuck up to the roof and spray painted our names on the wall and got in trouble and things like that. And I've been a Christian since I was in third grade. And so I went to church, did that whole thing, but never really surrendered my life to Jesus. And I would say that my real, true identity in Jesus has really only been discovered in my own mind within the past few years. I've had a lot of things go on in my life that have either made or broke me. And I've discovered that a lot of it really ended up making me because I decided to seek after Jesus. And when I really opened the Word, I discovered that in the moments where I dealt with the suicidal thoughts and the cutting, a lot of it was just replay of things that the people had said to me maybe that day. I remember one time there was this girl who was like the pretty girl in school and everyone loved her, and she made a comment about something that I was wearing, and for whatever reason it stuck with me, and everyone laughed along with it, and it was just one of those classic moments that you would almost see in a movie of somebody making fun of somebody else. And I remember going home being like, I'm that girl. I'm the lame girl in the movies that everybody makes fun of. And I went home and I sat in the corner of my room, and I had the razor, and I'm like, okay, like I don't know what else to do but to hurt myself. And I would just sit there, and it was almost as if I didn't want to. I would sit there and I would think about it, and I would think about it, and I'd be like, I know this is going to hurt, and I don't want anybody to see and ask about this, because as much as I was crying out for help and attention, I didn't want anybody to know. I didn't want to be the kid who had to result to something like that. And the suicide, I don't remember too much of it. I've kind of pushed it away. I hardly think about it anymore because I'm so free from it. But I remember just sadness. I remember one time I tried to drown myself, and I was laying in a tub, and I was just crying and crying and crying, and I couldn't stop crying, and I had no idea what to do, and it was almost silly because it's pretty much impossible to actually drown yourself without holding yourself underwater by some other force, because when your body can't breathe, you'll end up breathing. But it ended up being just like me crying in a tub for hours and hours. And I remember crying out to God. I said, God, you have to help me, because I know that you're there. I know that you're real, but I need you to be real to me. And I came to, after trying to hold my breath for I don't remember how long, and I got out of the tub, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to ever do this. I'm not going to ever end my life, because I know that I have something out there for me. I know that God has something out there for me, but I had to search for what it was.